Morning light spills over Hawaii. United Sikhs UK arrives, carrying the Sikh voice to the world stage. A human dignity in ASEAN conference, pursuing peaceful, inclusive societies across Southeast Asia. Before the discourse, we turned to divine grace. Ardaas for real, grounded harmony among faiths.
ਇਹ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਵਟਾਂਦਰਾ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਦੀ ਇੱਜ਼ਤ ਕਰਨੀ, ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਣਨਾ ਅਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਂਝ ਪਾਉਣੀ ਸਿੱਖੀ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਰਸਤਾ ਵਿਖਾ ਜੋ ਸਤਿਗੁਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਮਨੁੱਖਤਾ ਸਿਰ ਮੋੜ ਹੋਵੇ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਨਫ਼ਰਤ ਦੀ ਥਾਂ ਪਿਆਰ ਵਸੇ। ਜਗਤ ਚੱਲਣ ਦਾ ਦਾਖਲਾ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦਾ।
In the main hall, our address began with a unifying truth.
Ik, together, ik,
We shared the Sikh lens on a vital question. How can we increase values at the workplace?
We always hear each other saying God is one. Have you tried thinking that one is God? You are God when you start looking at yourself as being part of everyone. If God created everything, then when you look at the other as being one with you, then you've looked at God. So one is God is a way in which I approach my advocacy when I look at an employer who does not understand the needs of the employee, when I look at the employee who is not motivated to work well because they're being denied their religious freedom at work. I look at the oneness in them in order to approach them in the way I work. Tell you what made
Spirituality belongs at work.
for me. But
Values cannot grow in the soil of separation.
where religious freedom was denied. Clark Smith said that there is a well-known belief that as the world becomes more religious, the problems of religious freedom become more pressing. And I say the reason is because the world is becoming more religious and less spiritual. All religious traditions are spiritual, but we focus on the religiousness of our identity as opposed to the spiritual content of that religious identity. Hence, if the world became more spiritual, our pressing problems will become less pressing, is the solution, I would say, to strengthen values in the workplace.
To ground this in history, we turned to Malaysia, where identity and faith found space even in the empire.
3 generations of police officers, grandfather, father, and the son was the chief of police in Kuala Lumpur and then director of a department of the police department, again in their form. So again here, the government and the police, 2 very powerful employers, saw the need to respect someone's religious identity and indeed use it to the advantage of law and order.
Malaysia in ASEAN, a living example of respectful inclusion.
The Sikhs in Malaysia are able to wear their turban and not have to wear a hard hat or a helmet, not because there's a law under the Road Traffic Act that allows them that, but because there is cultural affinity with Sikhs.
At the Hawaii conference, the Sikh message resonated. Ik. One. In that one, all values are born.